Okay, dear students, now very interesting topic, differentiation. As per my experience, there is no any students who say derivative is very simple. Everybody is saying derivative is difficult, but my opinion it is very simple. Only preparation is required. If you don't prepare, suppose you are a sportsman and without preparation if you go on the ground, defeat is definite. But we are not working for defeating, for failing. We are working for success. And for mathematics, paper 2, differentiation, application of differentiation, integration, definite integration. Together, these 4 topics are 33 marks out of 40. And it is not a joke. So that's why it's beginning in the 11th standard. And you might remember these rules. If you don't remember, doesn't matter. I have written on the board. Derivative of x raised to n is n x raised to n minus 1, where n is a real number. Derivative of a raised to x is a raised to x log a, where a is a real number. That is quite different. And derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, because logarithm of e is 1. Remember, whenever you are taking the trigonometry or algebra, in logarithm base must be e. For trigonometry, angle must be in radians. Derivative of log x is 1 upon x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. Derivative of sec x is sec x into tan x. Derivative of cosec x is a minus cosec x into cot x. Derivative of cot x minus cosec square x. And derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. Now, if you observe the trigonometric function, that is my observation. If the initial letter is a c, their derivative is negative. These rules is a key for further study of derivative. Now, with the help of these, some more results, that algebra of derivatives, I will introduce afterwards. Now, come to the 12th standard. This is a base. If y is function of u and u is function of x, both are differential function of u and x respectively, then the composite function y f of jx is also differentiable of x, then derivative of y is equal to dy by du into du by dx. This is known as chain rule. Now proof, let delta x be a small increment in x, whereas delta y and delta u with increments in y and u respectively. As both are differentiable function, as u and y are differentiable functions, limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x is dy by dx. Limit delta x tends to 0, delta u by delta x is du by dx, and limit delta u tends to 0, delta y by delta u is equal to dy by du, where none of them is not equal to 0. These all limits are exist because y, u and v are equal function, therefore these limits are exist and none of them is not equal to g. Now we have delta y by delta x is delta y by delta u into delta u by delta x. Very simple algebra. Taking limit as delta x tends to 0. Limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x. Limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta u. Limit delta x tends to 0, delta u by delta x. As u is a function of x, delta x tends to 0, then delta u also tends to 0. Therefore, limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x, limit delta u tends to 0, because its independent variable is u. So therefore, limit must be called into the independent variable into limit delta x tends to 0, delta u by delta x. And from the equation 1, from 1, dy by dx is equal to dy by du into du by dx, and this complete the proof. Very simple. For board exam, this theorem will be asked for 3 marks with proof. 3 marks with proof. So after the chain rule, to solve the examples based on the chain rule, I would like to revise some rules which we studied in the 11th standard. This is the addition rule. Derivative of addition is sum of derivatives or subtraction. Product rule, 1 by 1, u dv by dx plus v du by dx. Suppose there are 3 functions, d by dx, u, v, w. Doesn't matter. To keep 2 fixed, find derivative remain. Then uw derivative of v. Then vw derivative of u. So this is a product rule. At a time you can find derivative of only one function, not 3 at a time. So that's why this product rule for 2, for the sake of convenience we have taken 2. But suppose there are more than 2, then we can use product rule like this. Then afterwards we define quotient rule, that you might remember, and chain rule. Just now we proved it. Here it is important thing, that chain rule means up to the last function whose derivative is 1, till then you have to continue the chain. Means till the derivative of independent variable you are going to apply this rule. Let's see some examples. 1, y is equal to x square minus 2x minus 1 raised to 5. It is a composite function. There are 2 methods. So method number 1, let u is equal to x square minus 2x minus 1. Now differentiate with respect to x, we get du by dx. Now come to the formula. X raised to n is nx raised to n minus 1. So this is 2x. Constant is independent. By using product rule, k will be taken out. So minus 2. Derivative of 1 is 0. That is, you know that derivative of constant is 0. And now y will become u raised to 5. So here differentiate with respect to u. We get that is dy by du is 5 e raised to 4. 5 e raised to 4. Then by chain rule, dy by dx is dy by du into du by dx. That is dy by dx is 5 u raised to 4 into 2x minus 2. That is finally 5 x square minus 2x minus 1 into 2x minus 2. This is method number 1. But sometimes this, okay, it is for the 2 marks that you can use this. But if they are big examples, then use u, then again v, then again w, it will be complicated. What the conclusive statement, my statement is dy by dx, okay, find the derivative of this function according to the rule. Forget about what is this. It goes to x raised to n. What is derivative? N x raised to n minus 1 means 5 this function raised to 4 into derivative of the bracketed function. Derivative of the bracketed function 2x minus 2. So this example we can solve by another method. Y is equal to x square minus 2x minus raised to 5. Differentiate with respect to x, dy by dx, d dx of x square minus 2x minus 1 raised to 5. Now, what is x raised to n? N means 5. This function raised to 4. But it is not simple function, it is composition function. Then multiply by derivative of the inner function, just like here. Derivative of x is a dash into derivative of inner function g dash x. So therefore, it is final 5 x square minus 2x minus 1 raised to 4 into 2x minus 2. That is the dy by dx. So method 2 can be applied when if you understood how to use this chain rule. Even these all rules, if you remember, then it is easy. Otherwise, derivative is difficult. Why the people are saying derivative is easy? Because it required more preparation. It required more and more preparation. But if your preparation is less, you will be confused. Example. Second example. 2x raised to 3 by 5 minus 3x raised to 4 by 3 minus 5 raised to 1 upon y. Now differentiate with respect to x, we get this is dy by dx, d dx of whole bracketed term 2x raised to 3 by, it is 2, 3 by 2 minus 3x raised to 4 by 3 minus 5 raised to 1 upon 2. So use rules 1 by 1. This is 1 by 2 into 2x raised to 3 by 2 minus 3x raised to 4 by 3 minus 5 raised to half minus 1. And as I had told you earlier, this process will be continuous still derivative is 1. Now this derivative we have to multiply, that is 2x 3 by 2 minus 3 raised to x raised to 4 by 3 minus 5. Then 1 upon 2, 2x raised to 3 by 2 minus 3x raised to 4 by 3 minus 5 raised to minus 1 upon 2 into 2 into 3 by 2 x raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 by this rule, by the addition rule. 3 4 by 3 x raised to 4 by 3 minus 1 plus minus 0 because phi is a constant. This complete. Now simplify. So finally dy by dx is 1 upon 2 2x raised to 3 by 2 minus 3x raised to 4 by 3 minus 5 raised to minus 1 upon 2 into bracket 3x raised to 1 upon 2 minus 4x raised to 1 upon 3, and this completes the example. Understood? So to apply the chain rule, how to apply? Find the derivative of the given function according to the rule. Then further, if the bracketed term has derivative not equal to 1, then we have to multiply by derivative of that term. One more example, that example number 3. Differentiate with respect to x, we get dy by dx d dx of cos x square plus a square. Now as I told you by the rule, what is the derivative of cos? Is a minus sign. Then this is minus sign x square